Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today, let's ice dye a long sleeve spiral shirt. The shirt was prepped like normal and I have it turned inside out. I'm going to use my locking tweezers and I'm going to start the spiral just about level with the armpits of the shirt. After I have the shirt spiraled, I'm going to hold the folds in place with some rubber bands. I'm also going to go ahead and tie up a pair of socks. This pair of socks is a pair of Tulip brand socks. They're called like Crazy Adult Socks or something like that. I don't remember. But they have a design on them, and the design on this pair of socks is paw prints. The design must be out of polyester or something like that because it doesn't actually dye, it stays white. But the rest of the socks dye, and they actually dye up pretty nice. I've used them before. Okay, so I'm going to ice dye this shirt and this pair of socks, and I'm going to use blues and teal colors. I'm going to rack dye the shirt, so I've placed the shirt on top of a rack, and then I'm going to use my silicone cake molds to make myself an ice barrier. I have a link down below in the description for this video for a lot of the products that I'm using in the video. I have a link for the locking tweezers as well as the silicone cake molds. So before I start applying the dye, I'm going to use a washable marker and make some sections on my shirt so that I have guidelines for where to apply the dye. I've chosen 8 different dye colors, so I'm going to make 8 sections on my shirt. And I'm taking each one of the lines through the center of the spiral. That way all the colors are going to originate from the same area in the shirt. Before I start adding the dye colors, I'm going to take the pair of socks that I tied and place them down in the bottom of this container. That way, as the ice melts and runs through the dye, the excess dye that's going to run into the bottom, or the muck as it's called, is going to go ahead and dye the socks. The first thing that I'm going to do is use Nightfall from Dye Spin and divide the shirt into 4 sections. If you'll look at the colors that I have beside the shirt, I have a blue paired with a teal, and that's what I'm going to do in each one of these 4 sections. I'll apply 1 blue color and 1 teal to each of the sections. So in the first section, I'm using Lunar Blue from Custom Colors and Jade Green from Dharma. The next 2 colors are Azure Blue from Dharma and Kingfisher Blue from Dharma. The next section is Blue MX2G from Custom Colors and Winter Green from Dye Spin. And in the last section, I'm using Alpine Blue from Dharma and Mermaid's Dream from Dharma. Now I'm going to add a little bit of additional soda ash over the top of the dye and add on a layer of ice. I set the shirt aside and I allowed the ice to melt, and after the first layer of ice melted, there was still a little bit of undissolved dye left sitting on top of the shirt, so I added another thin layer of ice and I allowed the shirt to continue to process. I left the shirt for at least 24 hours after the second layer of ice melted. Okay, so this is what the shirt looked like, and you can tell that the dye came through really well to the back side. So I'm going to go ahead and start rinsing the shirt in cold water to rinse out the soda ash that's in the shirt. Then I'm going to gradually warm the water up to hot and untie the shirt and continue rinsing in hot water to try to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. I'm going to rinse the pair of socks the same way, and then when both the shirt and the socks are rinsing clear, or almost clear, I'm going to put them into my washing machine along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent and wash them using a hot water cycle. Now that they're washed and dried, this is what they look like. So what do you guys think? I really like this shirt, but I also like the color combination of teal and blue. A lot of the dye spin colors, this is my first time using those for ice dye. Well, I guess really just the wintergreen and the nightfall. Most of the rest of the colors are not dye spin colors. But I like those two new colors. I think they look really cool. I tried to restrain myself and not use quite as much dye on this shirt as I normally do, and I like the way it looks. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a hard habit to break. I tend to use quite a bit of dye. I also think the socks turned out looking really cool. I bought these socks quite a while ago. I bought several different pair. They had them on clearance someplace. Michael's, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, I bought quite a few pair of them and put them in a container and actually kind of forgot about them. I ran across them the other day when I was cleaning up my dye space, and so I pulled out a pair and decided to tie-dye them to match this shirt. I like the way the paw prints stay white. And the socks take color really well. I think they ended up looking really pretty. So overall, I'm really happy with this shirt and with the pair of socks. I think they both turned out looking really pretty. So if you guys have enjoyed the content of this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.